Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Angela and I grow my own organic fruit, vegetables and cut flowers on this plot. So today I've come down and I'm going to show you some of the cut flowers that I'm growing, and I'll show you some of the ones that I'm going to sow today so that I have more throughout the year. So first of all, I'll show you my irises, which are doing really well and I'm really pleased with them. I should have really cut them, but they look so pretty. This year I decided that as I'm spending so much time down on the plot that I'd leave them growing where they are. I'll show you those now. This is my iris bed here. I got these not last year but the year before and I put them in, and they're from Wilko's and they're a mixed bag, and I've got some white ones, some blue ones, and then some of these, and these are a bit more sort of pinky purpley, and so the three of them together look really pretty. Now if you're going to cut them to take them home, it's best to cut them when they look like this, so they're just, you can see the colour on the bloom, and then if you cut them in the morning, and then when I cut them, I'll show you with this one which is a bit closer, when you cut them you take them all the way down here and you cut it, I'd probably cut it around there, so you've got a nice long stem for your flower, but you're leaving a couple of leaves for the plants so that it can photosynthesize, and so that you'll get another crop of them the following year. And I cut these all off last year and took them home to use as cut flowers in the house, but this year I've decided that they're just so pretty that I'm going to leave them where they are. The other cut flower that I grow is for this time of year is Sweet Williams. So I planted these last autumn and they stay in over the winter, and then, well, not quite autumn actually, late summer you sow them, and then I keep them in pots and then I put them in the ground, and they overwinter here fine. I live in Hertfordshire, so it doesn't get too cold over the winter. Well, it didn't last winter anyway. And then come this time of year they're ready to start picking. I've got my first vase of Sweet Williams at home and I'll show you what they're looking like now, the ones that are still on the plot, and then I'll show you what they look like when you're ready to cut them. So this here, from here all the way down here, is my Sweet William bed. I've got 3 rows of Sweet Williams in here and they're looking really lush and they're ready to start picking now. So I'll show you what the different flowers look like. It's a mix of sort of varying shades of pinks and whites, and so they've just started to open up. The ones that had more flowers on I've taken home. I picked a bunch yesterday. So this is a light pink that we've got sort of a darker pink here, and these ones are a solid colour. This one, if I get in close enough, is actually quite pretty. It's got speckles inside it, can you see? And this one here is another solid colour with the speckles inside. That's really pretty. And then some of the other ones that I've got down here, this one has got, I'll just get it to focus on one of the ones. Oh, so go for that one. So if you have a look here, it's got 2 colours, so it's got the lighter outside and then the darker ring and then a very light centre, so that's really pretty. And this one here is just a solid colour with no speckles at all. Is it going to focus? Maybe not. Okay. And then just down here I've got a really pale one. This is a very pale pink. It's almost white. And then I should actually have some ones that are white here. And then if you can see here. Now these, it looks like this might be it, but if you have a look at this one here, you can see the flower. And then you can see the other buds just starting to come through. So with your Sweet Williams, I pick them when they're sort of around this stage, and with the very small blooms like this one, when there's sort of 1 flower on it. So you can see a couple of flowers. There are still loads of buds on this one, as you can see, and they're all going to open up. But you want a couple of buds already on it. I mean, if you want a green foliage plant, They're quite tufty and you can use them just sort of as a filler in your flower arranging, but I like them for the flowers, and also they smell really nice. Now what you do is you need to get your stem and go all the way down to the base of the plant, and then you'll cut it right where it meets the plant at the bottom. So cut it right down here, and then you get really nice long stems for the vase, and they last for ages. I find that they last for at least sort of 2 weeks in a vase at home, and they smell lovely, so they're really, really great cut flowers to grow. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I am going to sow some seeds today. Now I've got these are from Thompson & Morgan. They're called Van Gogh flowers, and they're a mix of sunflowers, so these are really pretty. So I'm going to put those in. Now these are from a company called Swan Cottage. She's actually in Hertfordshire as well, and she grows flowers at home. She's got an Instagram account which I follow. It's really good, and she shows you her flowers and when she sows them. And these are a grass that you can grow, and they're a really nice filler for your flower arranging. And these one are called Panicum elegans Frosted Explosion, and they're really, really pretty. Her packaging doesn't do her flowers justice because they're gorgeous. And I planted some of these earlier on in the year, and this is what they're looking like now. So I put them in the pot. They're coming through. So what I'll do is I'll prick them out and I'll plant them on separately. I'll let them get a little bit bigger before I put them into rows in the garden, and then I will I'll grow these, and then I'll sow some more so that I have a nice succession of them throughout the year. So that's those. And then what I have got to sow today is I've got some more zinnias. I have got some of these. These are still growing at home, and when it gets a little bit warmer, because it's getting down I think to about 9 degrees tonight, and they like it's very tropical, I will bring them down to the plot. This is a zinnia Purple Princess. That's from Thompson & Morgan, and it's massive. It's got a really big flower on it, so I really like these. I like the giant zinnias rather than the mini ones. Oh, and over here I've got another one actually. This is from DT Brown, and this is a zinnia, and it's called Giant Dahlia Flowered Choicest Mixed. I grew these ones last year and they did really, really well. They're a nice mix of flowers and different colours, and so this with the sort of the pinky purpley one I think will go really well. And then I've got some Nigella. I did sow some of these, but these haven't come up, and so what I'm going to do, I sowed them directly in the ground. I'm going to try sowing these in a pot, and I'll grow them in a pot first, then prick them out, put them into slightly bigger pots, and then what I will do is I will then, once they get established, I will put them into the garden. When I was down in Dorset, I used to grow a lot of these, and they did really well. I just direct sowed them, but here I'm going to try put them in a pot first. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Also, on my Instagram account, Angela's Kitchen Garden, I post pictures of my flower arrangements, my crops and things that I get on with on my allotment, and you can have a look and see the flower arrangements that I grew last year on my Instagram account. Also, I will be posting more videos on my progress with my cut flower garden, and as it gets through the summer it gets a lot more productive. So I'll see you on the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye.